Dorothy lived in the midst of the great Kansas prairies with Uncle Henry, who was a farmer, and Aunt Em, who was the farmer's wife. When Dorothy looked around, all she could see was great gray plains on every side.
Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Once or twice, she peeped into the book her sister was reading, but there were no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book without pictures or conversations?
All children except one grow up. They soon know that they will grow up, and the way Wendy knew was this. One day, when she was 2 years old, she was playing in a garden, and she plucked another flower and ran with it to her mother. I suppose she must have looked rather delightful, for Mrs. Darling put her hand to her heart and cried, "Oh, why can't you remain like this forever?" This was all that passed between them on the subject, but henceforth Wendy knew that she must grow up.
The second star to the right shines with a light for you, to tell you that the dreams you plan really can come true. The second star to the right shines with a light that's rare. And if it's Neverland you need, its light will lead you somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Cats and rabbits would reside in fancy little houses and be dressed in shoes and hats and trousers. In a world of my own, all the flowers would have very extra special powers. They could sit and talk to me for hours when I'm lonely in a world of my own. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind. Oh, sweet little star, so I'll know where you are, gleaming through the skies above. Lead me to the land I dream of. No more trouble. rolling down on my eyes. Keep her glass filled until morning light, 'cause we're just holding on for tonight. Help me, I'm holding on. Gonna sway from the chandelier, just from the chandelier. Now, where in the world is this coming from?
Lose something?
Why, you're a cat.
A Cheshire cat.
I didn't want to go around mad people.
Everyone's mad here. Everybody wants to be a cat, because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Tell me everybody's picking up on the feline beat, 'cause everything else is obsolete.
I swear with a whore makes you wish you weren't born every time we play.
But with the swear in the act, you set music back to the caveman days.
Knows where it's at, where it's at, where it's at, yeah. 'Cause everybody thinks the swing is that. Da 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 do it. Da 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 do it. Da 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 do ah. Da da do ah. Diddly 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 diddly. Do a do ah do da do da. Do a do da da da. Da 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 away. Da 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 away. Tweet 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 whoa. Tweet 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 whoa. Do da do da do. Da 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 da. Everybody, oh everybody.
truly agile, simply mad.
Well, how can I find her?
Some go that way, some go this. As for me, I prefer the shortcut.
Come with me, where you never have to worry about grown-up things again. Welcome to the Rock. If you come from away, you'll probably understand about a half of what we say. They say it remains an island, but an island makes a man, especially when one comes from one like Neverland. Welcome to the Rock. Welcome to the wildest weather that you've ever heard of, where everyone is nicer, but it's never nice above.
Welcome to the farthest place of gift from Disneyland. Mermaids and pirates, this is Neverland.
Welcome to the Rock.
And after I am, 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 and after. Welcome to the land where the pirates try to kill us, he said. We will not be killed. To the land where the mermaids drown us, he said. We will not be drowned. To the land where we lost our parents, and he said. We will still go on. Welcome to the land where the wind tried to blow, and we said no. You are here, the start of moments, on the edge of the world, and the memories of sea. Here, on the edge of imagination, on an island in between there and here. Where shall we start? Never let the night opening up our hearts. Every single flight, lost boys forever. Welcome to the fall, welcome to the trees, to the ocean and the sky, and whatever's in between. To the ones who left, you're never truly lost. Candles in the window, and the candle's always on. And the sun's coming up, and the world's on the shore. You're hoping for a heart, and you'll find it over the door. From the windows, from the water, from whatever's in the way, to the one who has come from away. Welcome to the Rock. Watch the sunrise. rather bad enemy of the Wicked Witch of the West. The sooner you get out of Oz altogether, the safer you'll sleep, my dear.
Oh, I'd love to get out of Oz altogether, but which is the way home?
The only person who might know would be the great and wonderful Wizard of Oz himself. He lives in the Emerald City, and that's a long journey from here.
But how do I start for the Emerald City?
It's always best to start at the beginning, and all you do is follow the yellow brick road.
Looking at the lovely flowers. They were great big blossoms of yellow and pink and blue and purple, beside great clusters of scarlet poppies that were so brilliant in color they almost dazzled Alice's eyes.
Aren't they beautiful?
I suppose so. If I only had a heart, I should love them.
I always like flowers. Soon they found themselves in the midst of a great meadow of poppies. Now it is well known that when there are many of these flowers together, their odor is so powerful that anyone who breathes it in falls asleep. And if the sleeper is not carried away from the scent of the flowers, he sleeps on and on forever.
But Alice did not know this, nor could she get away from the bright red flowers that were everywhere about. Her eyes grew heavy, and she felt that she must sit down to rest and to sleep.
quietly entertaining death of you. Of course, there is a route of escape, but it's a long way down and the rocks are sharp.
How can anyone be so nasty, mean, and cruel?
Lots and lots of practice.
Oh, I'm frightened. I'm so frightened. Witch of the North, won't you help me now? Please help me. Won't anybody help me?
There's none that can save you now, Pan.
There is one.
And who is that?
Dorothy Gale.
Who? Cleave her to the brisket.
Now, boys, now.
Why, it's a little girl.
Yes, and I was hoping.
Look up, speak nicely, and don't twiddle your fingers. Turn up your toes, curtsy. Open your mouth a little wider, and always say, "Yes, Your Majesty."
Yes, Your Majesty.
Good. Now, where do you come from and where are you going?
Well, I'm trying to find my way home.
Your way? Always here are my ways! Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who shall go first? Lion? Tin Man? No! Scarecrow!
Leave them alone, can't you see they're terrified?
I'll get to you eventually, Miss Snow. But first watch your friends go up and smoke!
No, please!
Dorothy, is this all you're doing?
I, James Cook. It is all my doing.
Sweet and insolent little girl, prepare to meet thy doom.
Dark and sinister man, have at thee!
Dorothy, who and what are you?
Yes, Your Majesty, I was only going to add one, you child. I lose my temper and we lose your head. Understand?
Your Majesty, indeed! You are not a queen. You are nothing but a fat, bad-tempered, pompous old tyke. Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head! In the darkest place, the faintest light gives me hope to face. My heart is trying to lose me. I don't get sympathy. They can't take away my mind.
just come back out to water the garden cabbages when she looked up and saw Alice running towards her. "My darling child," she cried, folding the little girl in her arms and placing kisses on her head. "Where in the world did you come from?"
In the aftertime, Wendy herself would be a grown woman, and she would keep, through all her riper years, the simple and loving heart from her childhood. She would gather about all her other little children and make their eyes bright and eager with many a strange tale, perhaps even with the dream of Wonderland of long ago, and find pleasure in all their simple joys, remembering her own child life and the happy summer days.
When Dorothy grows up, she will have a daughter who is to be Peter Pan's friend. And thus it will go on, so long as children are gay and innocent and heartless.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning. There's no place like home.